Joe's Astrology. This is the astrology birth chart for Doughty. He's a YouTuber. He's a new age spiritual YouTuber with over a million and a half subscribers. I hope you can hear me where I'm doing this video right now. The sound, my mic might not be picking up my sound very well, so you might have to turn up the volume. And I was just thinking about before I did this, I was thinking about Sagittarius and how Sagittarius is always going to be selling something. And it's, it could be astrology, could be religion, could be spirituality. And if you study the experience of the guru, there's a lot of these themes involved in the guru's life, and Sagittarius is essentially the guru. And this guy has Sagittarius Sun opposite Moon in Gemini, and I don't have the birth time, so this won't. I'll try to make it as complete as possible without the birth time because there's a lot here. But we have Jupiter here in Gemini, and it's retrograde. So he's got a full moon in the Sagittarius Gemini axis, and on top of that, he has Mercury at 29 degrees in Scorpio. So Mercury, the planet that rules Gemini. So Mercury rules Gemini, rules Jupiter. And his Mercury is at that critical 29th degree. And the higher octave of Mercury, Uranus, is at 29 degrees. So this guy, we can see with that Uranus, there's a need to really push his individuality in this life. And it's in the Leo decan, so he's gonna do it in a way that's creative. He's gonna do it in a way that he can perform, like a place like YouTube, and he's gonna do it in a big way. He's gonna try to do it in a big way because Jupiter rules that, rules the sun. It rules that Uranus, and with all that being said, with all the Mercury and Jupiter involved, this guy can be that guru, that sales guy, but he also could be the trickster. And in this chart, we can see he has, so I'm going to come back to that. And we see the emotions are involved with that Mercury being in the third decan of Cancer. He has Venus in Scorpio, and that Sun Mercury is squaring the nodes. The North Node in Pisces, South Node in Virgo, and he's got the Sun and Mercury squaring those nodes. So we see there is this Virgo. There's also a Virgo Pisces emphasis axis. So we have the 9th and the 3rd, the 12th and the 6th. So no doubt, with all of that being said, this guy is going to be a teacher. He's going to be a salesperson of some sort. We know spirituality is involved because we already know about his life. But we could say, with the 12th and the 6th, there could be some spirituality involved, religion, etc., philosophy. And with that squaring the nodes, the Sun and Mercury there's a need to resolve that South Node in Virgo. And it has something to do with his mind, his mentality. This guy probably would be in the individuating stage or first stage spiritual, where he is figuring out. This is a process where he's figuring out about what he's figuring what spirituality is about, and how he wants to bring it, and what he wants to bring regarding spirituality to the public. And we can see here that he has a Mars Saturn square. So there's a little bit of a crisis there, some tension, and the tension is around. You can see his drives and motivations, Mars and Aries. You know, maybe his drive to be a leader, to be ahead of the curve, spiritually speaking, in the spirituality New Age industry. He has Saturn here conjunct that Uranus, where he has that need to be an individual, and Saturn's in Capricorn, where it likes to be, and Neptune's in Capricorn. Neptune is also making a sextile to that North Node in Pisces, essentially what he's teaching. So there's, with Mars involved in Aries and that Capricorn, Saturn and Capricorn, there is a need for him to, or at least in this life, he's trying to achieve something. He's trying to rise to the top of something. He's ambitious. He wants to express his ambition in this life. Now, to add further to the to the planets squaring the nodes, to that uncertainty and the need to resolve things around these energies, there are a lot of inconjuncts. So we can see here, we'll start with Jupiter. Jupiter's in conjunct Venus, and Venus is in Scorpio. And it also comes back to that Mercury. The Jupiter-Venus in conjunct is one of Virgo qualities. So really that need to discriminate on what is he discriminate on what he's using what's the word? I'm kind of losing my train of thought here, but you could probably come up with it on your own if you know a little bit about astrology. Jupiter and Venus, kind of the adjustment of what he's teaching in order to make money. Venus, Scorpio, other people's money. And we also see the inconjunct here with Saturn and Jupiter. And these are almost exact. They pretty much are exact. And that's going to be the same. It's going to be a Virgo inconjunct, so Saturn being his work, and that see that ambition. It's conjunct that Uranus. His need to individuate with his work and his ambition there. And Jupiter's involved again, so we see that need to discriminate and make adjustment and figure out what he's going to teach in order to do those things with that Uranus and Saturn. So we come back here to Mars. See, there's an inconjunct here with Mars and Venus. And now that one is the Scorpio inconjunct. So there is an adjustment. There is an adjustment regarding, again, that financial, that money, that Venus in Scorpio. There's an adjustment in how he wants to put forth his energy and be a leader, and mainly putting forth that energy towards making money. And how does he want to do it? Where does he want to do it? And comes back to that Jupiter. What does he want to teach in order to make money? And we see Jupiter's making a sextile to that, back to that Mars as well. So with that Mars Jupiter, we see the more flowing, opportunistic aspect with the sextile. So definitely we see more of that ambition and opportunity to make money off of his teaching and really be successful with that Mars Jupiter sextile. Think of Mars and Jupiter together means just big success with what you're putting your energy out into. There is I believe that's all with the inconjuncts. But the point that I was trying to make is that we will see with this guy a transit here, a Uranus transit to this Jupiter, and a we're already seeing the Pluto Jupiter trine right now, um, and we have already seen this Saturn conjunct the North Node. Now I don't really know much about this guy. I just found him on YouTube. There could be something going down now, but I think definitely when we see that Uranus go through Gemini, a lot of the stuff that I'm talking about will come to light in his life. If he is truly going to make that adjustment, because with all of these patterns, there is in the life, there's more of a dire need to resolve these things. So, with that being said, some future transits may change what he is. There may be a lot of changes in his channel upcoming in the future. If not, well, I just say definitely could be some changes in the future, more likely than not.